Hello, welcome back to Soul and Self Collective. I'm Alyssa Tice, and this is my shaman assistant.
Scott Tice.
And I am a baby level 1 shaman, which I'm going to be a level 2 soon. And this week's video, I really just kind of want to catch up with you guys and just kind of recap about my journey thus far and Scott's experience being my shaman assistant.
This is the last one because in 4 days, you're going to be level 2.
Yeah, now it's all preparation for my raising a second shrine level, and I'm really excited.
It is exciting. And it's also an end of the first chapter that we have. It's giving me a little bit of sadness. The change is something that's different. I'm excited to go on to the second level, but
Scott is really sentimental.
I am.
And it's funny because sometimes, Scott is so playful that I forget that he's super sentimental. And so I was prepping him, letting him know that this week's video, I just kind of want to recap and just talk. Offline, he was starting to get really sentimental, and I think it's really sweet.
Yeah, I mean, it was just thinking back, like last October was essentially the start of this journey, and we felt like it was going to take a long time to get to the second level because you raised in February, and here we are in October.
Yes,
and we got here quick. A lot of things happened in between. I wish we recorded more of the journey because a lot of it wasn't really recorded. We were just kind of doing normal things, not experimenting, but experiencing it just live, not worrying about having to record anything. So we don't have too many videos or images or pictures of this journey so far.
I'm laughing because this is a theme that Scott is also overlapping with us moving to Minnesota, where a lot of things, because we're, packing and cleaning and we're kind of throwing stuff away. And so there's like little receipts or little mementos. And
I
he's
can
like,
care less about receipts. Don't lie.
he was looking at me, he was like, oh, you could make a scrapbook out of this. And I'm like, how about you do it? You do the scrapbook. And he's like, okay, I'll do the scrapbook. And I was teasing him, because I was like, oh, you're starting to become kind of like your mom.
Like an old, I'm turning into an old person.
Yeah. So Scott is very sentimental, and I understand your sentiments of wishing you capture like those ordinary moments, but those will forever be in our hearts.
Yeah, it's true.
And you've captured some footages, so some is better than none.
Some is better than none. I'm just really excited to move on to the next adventure, and we don't know what there is to behold when we get to that next one. I mean, you might know because you've kind of been going through it, but I have no idea.
Speaking of next adventure, I just kind of want to recap what the feeling's like going to my second shrine. So I'm not sure if you guys remember, but when I did my raising of my first shrine video with my teacher, I remember talking about like that full moon effect, the one where crazy stuff just starts happening that really tests the shaman's patience, testing their, well, at the first level, testing my patience for sure, and just really opening my eyes to a lot of situations and relationships around me. This time around, it's a little more different. There's still that emotional and mental part where I get tested, but this time around, I'm also tested in receiving messages from my spirit guides and also learning what to do with the information that they're sharing with me. Because they share a lot and sometimes it can it can really test, my composure, especially if I'm in an environment where, I have like like I'm not around safe people where I can just like, oh my god, I just got this message. I'm in front of like clients, or I'm talking to my supervisor, or I'm out in grocery stores, like out in public. You gotta maintain it all together, right? And so I had a lot of those, and a lot of um situations that just happened back to back, where it's just like, what the heck else can go wrong? And something did go wrong, because it's one thing after another.
Yeah.
And I really just learned to kind of laugh at that point. I mean, that's really all you can do. It's a little comical, um, but I can't wait for Saturday to be over so this thing could stop. Because literally, when I was on my first level, when this full moon effect happened, it literally stopped as soon as like Saturday was over.
Absolutely. And do you have any expectations for this weekend? Like, what are you
Hmm.
thinking is going to happen, or what are you wanting to experience?
Lots of happiness, lots of laughter, because I was experiencing a lot of like sadness, disappointments, a lot of negative emotions in the past 2 weeks, even up until this point. But it's slowly tapering off, and it's getting more of like excitement. And so I'm just hoping for a lot of like fun, especially getting to reunite with my teacher and getting to meet another student of hers, and seeing my siblings again. So just really spending time with them, and then also having my parents and my family members coming over to help me with the ceremony day. Yeah.
Yeah, because the last time we all kind of got together in this way was for your first raising.
Hmm.
So it is going to be exciting to see everyone come together again
Yes.
in a happy environment.
And this time around, there's a lot more prep work for the second level, because I have to change from a Poropo shrine altar to the second level ta. And so my dad, he built it, and it was really, really fun going to pick out the wood with him,
Yeah, it
and
was.
having you help my dad. And he was just so really like excited for the whole process, and it was very sweet to have my dad come along and just be a part of the journey and building my shrine for me. It was a really wholesome experience.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Another thing that I'm really excited about during this whole adventure was getting the bamboo, because
Yeah,
I've always just seen like the ones that people like buy in the packs and we just use those. But planting those bamboos all those years ago when we lived at the Florin house, and they were finally mature enough and we were able to go and just harvest our own. So that was an experience.
I know. Who would have thought that freaking like 2.5 years ago, when we planted those bamboos, we would actually be needing to use those?
Right? We planted them for privacy,
Yeah.
and here we are using them for all types of different reasons.
Yeah, for the
And
shrine.
yeah, and it was definitely fun watching you pick out the ones you wanted and
Hmm.
cutting it up and forming it
Yeah.
and just being able to build something out of that. That'll be really fun.
Hmm.
Are you
Yeah.
excited about building the bridge?
I am, because, I feel like I have more resources and equipment to do it after watching all three of my elder shaman siblings, put up their ata and building in the dutan, and seeing everyone stressed and frantic like over it. Um, I feel like I've learned enough for Scott and I to do it on our own, because my shrine, it's just in a room, and so it's not like this big living room or anything where it needs to be kind of long. So I think we got this.
I think so
We
too.
we got
Our
this.
goal is to do it before everyone arrives on Friday.
Yeah.
So hopefully we get
Yeah.
there. And like you said, it doesn't go far. We should
Mm-mm.
only need two pieces. So
Hmm. Yeah, we never got to do the short that I had wanted to do, and I don't think we will get the chance. But essentially, the short was just going to be like I had wanted to do like a family picture kind of type of thing, and then my spirit guides are like calling me, and they're like, "Oh, congratulations, you got a promotion!" And then I was gonna just look at Scott because he's gonna get the idea, like, "Oh yeah, she's gonna get her promotion, she's gonna fix me, and I'm gonna take off running." And Scott was gonna supposed to chase me, but then I'm really exhausted. I'm not gonna go through with that short anymore, and I'm not running, especially away from
I'm
Scott.
not running.
And so, uh, yeah, you
We
guys,
tried. We thought about it. We kept trying to make it happen, but
yeah,
things just kept getting in the way of getting us out there and doing it.
yeah, it's been really busy, and so I'm just super happy to be able to get this video out to you guys this week. I'm so excited to show you guys in the future videos
Yeah,
of um, the day before the raising and the day of.
absolutely.
Similar style to how I did it for my first level shrine. And this time I probably won't be having my seafood like sit in to kind of recap those memories. I don't think so. Yeah, we won't have the opportunity of her being in person.
You want to know another thing that I really enjoyed over the past 2, 3 days was just being able to clean the new shrine, taking our time, and the fact that we did it as a family
Yeah,
because our son was really into it too, and he wanted to copy us, so we gave him uh, something that he could use to clean the shrine as well, and he was over there rubbing it down to
yeah.
the best of his ability.
It was so cute because yeah, what Scott was explaining, it everybody had a towel in their hand with the holy water, and we're just wiping down my shrine. And then our little 2-year-old is like wanting to copy his older sister, and so he's just wiping things down. And I don't know if you were worried, but I was kind of scared that he might get a splinter.
Yeah, we were trying our best to make
Yeah,
sure he was washing down the smooth part. But yeah, it was just very nice to do that as a family. And there's something else I was curious about.
but
During this whole first level part of your journey,
mhm.
what have been some of the more memorable parts for you?
I think the memorable part is calling down my spirit guides, feeling their presence when they're with me, when they're trying to tell me something. Also, when I had to call, and this is not in any sort of order, okay? um, Having to call my own spirit back, picking up my children's spirit. um,
Over and over again.
yeah. Uh,
What?
Getting scared, knowing what that feeling is like, um, singing really high. um, Something else that was memorable was cleaning my own home and just feeling like the before and after of what it feels like.
Mm,
Yeah.
I remember that the first time you did it, I was confused because you were spinning, and I was like, "Oh, that's different." But it was memorable.
Yeah.
It was.
And then also like it's so strange. I just get like the urge to like dry petals of different sort of
Mm,
flowers and herbs, and the sourcing some of those ingredients in like the cleansing water that I do, kind of like a concoction. It kind of reminds me of when, like, I know you were an only child theoretically, but when I was little and I used to play with my siblings and cousins, we would make like this big muck of concoction, and just kind of reminds me of that.
yeah.
But this time it was actually, for a reason, a purpose, those
Yeah.
ingredients that we're putting in. But it was really fun, and I enjoy um, reusing glass bottles from like herbs that we could buy from the grocery store, and then I'm stuffing in my own dried goods in there, so it's really nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And so I also want to add my biggest takeaway for my first level is definitely learning to trust my guides, learning to trust that gut feeling, that intuition,
Yeah.
and to really believe in my experience. Like, really believe in what I'm seeing, what I'm feeling when I go in trance, when I'm out of trance, really believing what my spirit guides are telling me versus what I'm thinking and feeling, and just learning to not compartmentalize, because you actually do not want to compartmentalize those type of things. You have to unpack those. And this is the therapist me talking. You really don't want to do that. You want to unpack those and you want to process those. They're not meant to be stored away for so long, because that's only going to hurt the person themselves in the long run. It's only going to get heavier the more you shove stuff in the back. I'm seeing a vision of like a pantry. You just keep buying things. And you're like, oh, I'll just spend the pantry, and you just keep shoving stuff in there. And before you know, your pantry has a whole bunch of expired food.
Yeah. And I'll say one of the biggest takeaways I've had since this whole thing has started is it's to accept the messages as they come and the way that they're supposed to come. I
Mm-hmm.
spent so much time trying to get messages a specific way and trying to receive them a certain way. And if I didn't receive them that way, then I would just look at it as, is it true or is it not? But
Yeah.
I've recently realized that the messages are going to come and it's up to you to recognize the way that they come and to accept them in that way. It's not just going to slap you in the face or be a verbal cue or see something. It might just come in a feeling that you have, or a quick picture, or a quick image or thought, something that's so out of the ordinary, like I wouldn't normally be thinking of that. So it's just accepting them as they come. And the last thing I want to ask you, since we didn't get to do this from your first to your second,
What?
what is
What?
some
What?
no, I was just gonna say, what's something that you want to ask your third, like when you go onto your third level, what's something that you would like to tell the second level of you?
Um. Wait.
I don't know if I'm phrasing it right. I'm
Are you
trying.
are you trying to ask me what do I want to ask my third level self
Yes,
or my
that one.
second level self?
That one. The last one. What would you want
Okay.
to ask your third level self?
Wow. That's I don't know. Well, why is your question always so heavy? Like, I guess without putting much thought, the first thing that came to my mind would be like, what, like the heaviness of the knowledge and gained experience, does it get any easier? Does it get any lighter?
Okay.
So that's something I already hear my future self. Like, yeah. But it it goes with like therapy, Liz, again. When you gain like the tools, the knowledge, the coping, and you practice it and you practice it over and over and over, it gets easier. It sucks at first, but then it gets easier the more you practice it. You
Exposure
feel me?
therapy.
And so,
Yes,
yeah.
I agree with that. Okay, so that's a good question. So,
Okay, well, I got a question for you.
okay. Ooh,
Just kidding. I don't, but I'm
ooh.
gonna make one up.
All right, what's up?
uh are you ready to be my shaman assistant if we do ceremonies for like the community or like at relatives' homes?
Absolutely, yes.
Really?
Yeah, I can't wait.
We'll see.
I can't wait to go do those. We'll let you know how it goes at
Okay,
first.
you guys, I'm serious about like making Scott a necklace with like little flashcards of pictures of like
We should do
chickens and pigs and
that.
knives and sinnings and
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun, and I can't wait to start doing services. I think it's gonna be great. can't wait to meet people. Can't wait to experience all of those things that people are going through and to help them through it.
Yeah.
I think it lines up with us as therapists. We kind of went into this to help people, and I can't wait to start helping people.
Yeah.
All right. Next time you see us,
I'll be a level 2.
you'll be level 2.
All
And it's
right.
going to be great.
We will
We'll let
see
you know how it
then.
goes.
See you on the other side.
All right. Bye.
Bye.